No, first when I first retired, I was afraid that was going to happen.
I had to browbeat her into retirement.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah?
Because that's all I knew. Get up, go to work, have the full day at work and come home and whatever, and a couple of nice things on the weekends here and there. But
it was no good. You were miserable at the end. Remember, I would be like, "Mom,
I was.
quit."
I was miserable, but that's all I knew. That's all I knew. And it was the best thing ever. As soon as you can retire. Have fun. Wonderful.
What are you doing, Walt? You moving? Villages type situation?
Somewhere a little bit warmer. I don't know. I would have to make sure that there was nobody here that needed me before I could leave. I'd have to be safe.
You like Johnson?
Yeah. Where do you think I'm going?
I'd be safe in the knowledge that my girls didn't need me and my wife here in Jersey if they're in Jersey.
How old are your girls?
21 and 17.
Which sounds close to old enough, but you got to remember, I went back to my parents like 43, so
yeah, they're not ready yet.
He's probably gonna have to hang out here.
We don't want them to leave, though. We're gonna hold on to them until social services takes them from us.
Yeah, like spinsters and shit.
We're not gonna let them leave. It'll probably be messy.
A couple old maids.
Yeah, they need you still, definitely. But how many times did you come back, Brian?
Oh,
quite a few times.
My nickname at home was Boomerang.
I came back a couple of times until I was 28, and then that was it. Once I got in the fire department, that was it. Yeah.
Have you seen anything change in Q, like since pre-fame to fame?
I think he's happier. I think he's happier
I would hope
now,
so.
Definitely.
Just a little.
Yeah.
You mean money and fame does make you happy? How odd.
That was all bullshit, huh? You can't buy happiness?
It is complete bullshit. You can. And if you're miserable, you're a lot more comfortable while you're miserable.
You know what it is? He likes doing what he's doing. And he had a rough time finding something that he liked to do.
Well, I like the fire department more.
This was before the fire department.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Did you worry about I was going to call him Q. Did you worry about? I don't think I ever really call him Brian. But did you worry about Brian when he was in the fire department? You never did?
I didn't worry about him.
This cancer is what you worried about. That's what you always say to me. With the fire department, back to cancer. You'd always be like, I don't like you breathing those fumes. I don't like breathing those fumes.
Well, being a fireman is a tough job. I mean, they make it sound like, and it is one of the best jobs. They make it sound like fun because there's such a brotherhood between the men and I guess some of the women. I don't even know if there's any women in there.
There are.
But they love it, but it's a very dangerous job. And you're going into, and a lot of times it's not just the fire. It's everything that you're breathing in and all those chemicals and things that they put in the houses to build them. And
if I died of cancer, though, they could just shoot me out to sea. I would be okay with it. Yeah. I would be fine with it. I don't think.
Yeah. So I do worry. I did worry about that, and I do worry about it. I have.
You don't have to worry now, though, right? I mean, you can get a raspberry falling off a 3-wheeler, But I mean, you really don't have to worry about him getting any real danger being a joker, right?
What do I
That's
worry
what Steve
about
Jobs'
now? I
mom
always
thought. All the money in the world.
I always worry about something. I always find something to worry about. And this job, he says, is there something you worry about? And I says, yes, there is. I don't like you going on the planes all the time. I says, I'm afraid the plane is going to crash. She goes, what can I do that it's not going to worry you?
Have you heard of the bubble system? We just talked about it on the Space Monkey show. My mother's Wiccan. Whenever I go somewhere, she says she puts a protective bubble around me. And I'm still here, so you can't disprove that it doesn't work, right?
Well, no, I can't.
Right?
No.
His mother worships Satan. How do you feel about that?
She does not.
Isn't that what Wiccans do?
Well, it's not really technically Satan. It's a demon, but it's not really Satan. It's just
right. It's Pazuzu, the same demon in The Exorcist.
She's a Wiccan?
She's Wiccan, yeah. She says she is. She doesn't abide by any of the Wiccan shit. She's the most conspicuous consumer you've ever seen in your life. Never saw her hug a tree once.
But her magic works, though. You cannot deny her magic works, man.
Yeah.
Well, isn't
Same
there
as
supposed
Sage's
to be
cat magic she claims
what
to have.
they say? Some is good white magic.
That's what she says. But she seems to like all the evil witches. You know, Wizard of Oz, Maleficent, like all these.
Real witches, though.
She doesn't know that. I don't think anyone's told her.
She thinks the Wizard of Oz is a documentary.
Yeah. She's like, it looks a lot like that other guy. So this cruise you really liked. What's your favorite part? Like what do you like the best about the cruise?
Of the cruise, I just had such a good time this time. I really don't know. What do I like the best about the cruise? I like usually the last night when they all get out on the stage and they're all hyped up and saying
not this
goodbye.
Year, there was somebody missing.
And yeah, my son was missing a little bit, but I knew he was actually doing a poker tournament down in the casino, and I knew that.
Yeah, but I got up
earlier on.
You did get on stage.
I got on stage
when the poker tournament finished. Yes,
and I caught shit for it.
For being late from the poker tournament?
No. My mother,
for not being up there.
My mother believes that I was too drunk the last night of the cruise. She disapproved. I've heard it twice today.
Really?
Yes.
How drunk is too drunk?
Apparently, well,
not able to get to the stage.
Jeans drunk?
He was just kind of, swaying there, and he looked very tired.
Wasn't the
His
rough
eyes
seas
looked very
maybe
glassy
to play
to
for
me, and I thought he had a little too much to drink.
Well, I saw him in his room moments after that. And seas weren't that rough.
My argument was, Ma, like, if the last day of work when you're working on a cruise ship isn't the night to get a little tooted up, a little what do we say it? What do you call it?
Blottoed, yeah, that's what.
Like, what night am I to do it?
You actually did it the responsible way, like straight for those first days,
and then blottoed,
the Space Monkey
and not
show.
even that blottoed.
No,
You didn't think so?
No, he didn't use the N-word, so I figured he wasn't that drunk.
You know I'm really drunk when I start dropping the N-bomb everywhere.
No, when I saw him, he
went
was...
over like a cancer joke.
No.
That face right there. You could say that joke was
just... my parents are not down. You would think on Staten Island they might have had a little bit of that in it.
Yeah.
No, my father was always like, he was always very
Same with my father. Come from a white trash upbringing, and you figure that's the way it would go, but like very,
and he would
like he wasn't a Black Panther or anything, but he was very like ardently anti-racist shit.
It's I think because my dad worked in Manhattan. You grew up in Brooklyn, right? You lived in Brooklyn until you were 19.
I did, but it was an Italian neighborhood.
Yeah,
and
like Saturday Night Fever.
Very.
Was it like that?
It was. I had a very sheltered childhood.
Why is he messing up my hair?
Yeah, even living in Brooklyn, it was very
That's
sheltered.
fucking cute.
Had to be in the house by 9:00. If I was standing on the street corner talking to friends, my mother would come down the block and say, "Inside."
At 19?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they lived in like an enclave. It's not like this anymore. It's like one Italian would buy a house. And then, like, another Italian would build a house next door.
But they were all people from
the old country.
Right.
That knew each other already. And it was a big neighborhood. It was family. It was friends. And
Little Italy, was that it or no?
it wasn't Little Italy, but it could have been Little Italy,
Yeah,
yes.
like you would go for Sunday. We would go every Sunday without fail.
But there was parties every night at someone's house every night.
All kinds of food and stuff.
Italian music playing. And that's my point was this. Your father was drunk every night.
Yeah, well, he made his homemade wine, which was great.
Well, Q's got his Q's brews now.
He
Right.
does.
If he's not pounding them, people are going to wonder, like, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm no different than Grandpa. I got to drink my own.
My mother was not too happy with Grandpa sometimes.
See, my grandfather drank it. He didn't make it. He would drink it, and then you wouldn't see him for a couple days. He'd come home and drink some more. A couple more days.
My grandfather used to make it and put it in these unidentified bottles. So it looked like grape juice. So one time my brother Danny started drinking grape.
Oh man! Oh yeah, he must have been about 8 years old.
He got hammered.
Well, that was probably my fault. I'm sure it was my fault because I took the wine, leftover wine.
We were living on Staten Island at that
and I
point.
just took the glass of wine and I put it on the top shelf in the refrigerator. So there goes my son. He decides he thinks it's grape juice or whatever he thinks it is, and he drinks this whole glass of wine, and it's strong. This wine is not weak wine. It's a nice, strong, bold wine. And he got so sick. I mean, I probably should have taken him to the hospital. He was so white, so
Probably.
white.
In retrospect,
Yeah.
I could have been up
But-
on charges.
But
Do you ever go back to the old neighborhood?
oh, sure.
Yeah.
My
Is it
brother.
close to the
my brother
Barclays?
still lives in that area. He lives
Same
around
house, right?
Around the corner from where I used to live. The house that I the house that I grew up in, and he was born there
Yeah.
too, and my oldest son was born there. They knocked that down. Yeah, it's not there anymore. So
Yeah, I wish
Could have been
changed.
a tourist spot, right?
I would
Oh,
have
the house
left the
that
one
Q
that
That Q was born in, yeah.
I wish you guys had never sold that. What a great building! It was a three. Well, with the basement,
well,
three different apartments.
It's really it was two apartments, upstairs and downstairs, and,
third could have
and
been good.
could have been a basement, but no, I mean it could have been a basement apartment,
Anyway,
but it wasn't.
you
It
guys
wasn't
sold it for like
legal.
$1
It was
million.
illegal to a
That's
family.
probably worth.
Oh, yeah?
Probably would have worth like $10 million now.
Probably.
So
Damn,
good.
man. Could have been like the Trumps. It would have been the Quins.
Was it by the Barclays?
No,
No, because they sold all that property for big money.
No,
no.
it was just two small lots in the middle of a block.
Small.
Well, it was beautiful, really.
Grandfather, because
Beautiful
they were
garden.
farmers from
Right.
I don't know.
From-
They were farmers from Italy and like.
Yeah,
so-
where are you from? What part of Italy?
It was Cervinata, Provincia di Avellina. It's a little
They
town.
talk about that. That's where Tony Soprano's from.
Avellina?
Avellina? Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get out of here.
So it's
Is the
about
mafia real?
no such thing.
Of course you say that.
Come on.
Well, you get the balls to ask me these kind of questions, Flanagan.
Well, I'm sorry about Walt. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that was,
He's a rube.
was that like a cancer joke? I'm sorry.
That's worse.
No, I didn't know.
We're
Okay.
stereotyping all these Italians, lumping them all in.
I mean, like The Sopranos, is that something that would bug? Like, is that something
Does your
that,
Sunday
That
gravy
it would
come out of
bother
a
me.
jar?
Yeah,
No,
it would-
it didn't bother me. You know what? Who it bothered? I'll tell you who it bothered. It bothered not even, well, Brian, of course, two grandmothers. My mom was fully Italian. His mom, his other grandmother, my husband's mother, was all Italian also. She used to love Frank Sinatra. And when they would say something about Frank Sinatra, they would say, oh, he's in the Italian mafia. That's why he's got so big. And
You mean the truth?
she would get so pissed and deny it, and she wouldn't even talk to the people anymore who said that. And so she loved Frank Sinatra. So yeah,
But can't
every
you-
pizza parlor you're going to today, still pictures of Frank are
I love him.
are still
I
on the
listen to his
walls.
station all the time on
take them
Sirius
down, you're going to get
XM.
whacked.
Yeah, you can't take them down. Some unwritten rule.
Yeah.
So Grandma Quinn would cut people out if they taught.
Bad, yeah, smack about Sinatra.
So you would say
yeah.
she had a vindictive streak a little bit.
Probably
Yeah.
about him or anything to do Italian.
Right.
She, yeah,
To
she
your
was very proud.
knowledge, was she so vindictive that like maybe she desecrated someone's grave after they had passed away?
I doubt that very
No,
much.
so you don't
no,
think-
no.
Is there anything that anybody can do that would make you urinate on their grave?
Urinate on no.
Or possibly if you've had a big meal.
Well, I was about to say sometimes I
And you're
run to the
driving by the
bathroom,
graveyard.
but you know.
Can't make it home.
You happen to notice the headstone of a former enemy.
So you wouldn't get into grave desecration at all?
No, I don't think so. Why would I?
Have you told your mom that you have a hit list?
That I have a list of people whose grave I'm going to shit on? No, I haven't told her
Right.
up until this moment.
Will that make
He
you
doesn't
feel
call it a hit
good if
list
you did
either.
that?
Oh, it's going to make me feel great.
He's been talking about it for years.
Years.
Oh, who's on the list?
I
He
can't
won't
say.
reveal who it is.
Only one other person on
His
earth
mother,
knows.
his
Yeah.
father.
No.
Oh, so you can't say.
Does
can't
mom
say.
does
Can't
mom
say,
know who
okay.
it is?
No, I have no idea.
Well, I
This is
know,
the first
but-
I've heard
but I mean,
hearing
like-
about it.
Oh,
Like,
no,
does she
who
know
it
the
is?
person?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, it happened in my 20s.
Would you try to talk him out of it? You saw him getting in the car
Like, Ma, I gotta
Really?
with a
What-
pained look on his face, like he's been holding something in for a long
No,
for a
I
couple
would. I
days.
would.
the gas.
He's got a bottle of X-Lax and
It wouldn't bother me if it made him feel good. Let him do it. I don't. What do I care? The guy's dead or the woman's
but I
dead.
mean,
It doesn't matter
his
anymore.
reputation. You're like, if he gets caught, though,
He's not going to get
finished.
caught.
He's gonna say, "I have stomach cramps." What do you want me to do?
How would I be finished? I've been talking about it on this podcast for 10 years.
Yeah, but this doesn't get out to the real world. If TMZ TMZ picks up that you got caught in a graveyard doing that,
Right.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
think
have a
it's
hard
over?
time overcoming that.
He doesn't care,
If who
man.
picks it up?
He's done
TMZ.
by then. Yeah,
Yeah.
some Hollywood
They're a
website.
gossip site.
Mhm.
Wow. No.